Or chat? Okay, now, let's go. Welcome, guys. Guys excited for later? Giga level session, yeah. I just asked the guys, so apparently we're gonna do it later today. I need to clean up my stash a little bit for that, because else it's gonna be a disaster. But yeah, I'll figure it out. For now, let's just blast a little bit. Any advantage elixirs? Okay. I'll chew. I'll just take those. Any tips on mouse working? Can treat the same aspect. That's not many tips. I mean, you just have to reset all the time. Realistically, I wouldn't recommend to go for triple unless it's like some really, really valuable stat. Like, you know, cooldown reduction on the Shaco, right? It's like significantly more valuable than the typical masterwork. Or something like the maximum res on the Tyrael's Mind and these kind of things. But if it's like, you know, Dex versus, I don't know, damage per Dark Shroud Shadow on the weapon, on like, you know, it doesn't really matter if you get one or the other. So I would only go for triple when it's like a really important thing. Like something like the DR here. On uniques it's also much easier to get triple than it is on legendaries, because you have only 4 stats instead of 5, so that makes it roughly twice as easy on uniques. Because it's a 1 in 64 instead of a 1 in 125. But yeah, other than that, there's not much you can do. What the? I teleported on the stone. What a mandatory minimum masterworks for the gear. There's not really much mandatory stuff on masterwork. The main thing that you need is innovation ranks. Especially with 4-star guys, it costs 25 to shoot one Heartseeker. And you want to have somewhere in the range of like 12 to 14 innovation ranks in order to not run out of resources. And then with a Starless it's like 6 to 8 innovation ranks. That's pretty much about it. High attack, high grok, high draw, by the way. Yeah, you can get the innovation ranks by just like, you know, putting 3 points on a tree and then putting like a temper on each of your jewelry. And that's it. You don't even need to like masterwork it up or something. That much. When you play with the Necro to get the altar cooldown recipe, yes. It's a Necromancer recipe. If you played it last season, you will have the recipe still, because they did an oopsie. And it won't take long to get it. Usually at around level 70 or so you have most of the temple recipes. Innovation ranks, not Dark Shroud. One is offensive, one is resource. They are not in the same category. On rings and amulet, you have to put innovation ranks for Heartseeker. And then once you get Starter Skies, like one ring with innovation ranks, maybe like 1 or 2 times masterworked, plus one, like for example, amulet with ultimate cooldown or trap cooldown reduction, is the way. But before Starless, you just go triple innovation on all of your jewelry. Maybe like also one ring with like a resource cost reduction roll. I put it in a planner, so you can check it in the planner. The planner's on Discord. Second wind is kind of broken. Yeah, it kind of is. J-Rockets. I'm curious to see how GG and Blizzard being in Gamescom will go. I mean, they will just do their presentations, announcements, have their booths to play the game. I mean, you can play the expansion, you can play PoE 2 at Gamescom, I guess. I'm gonna play Wukong. Yeah, it looks like some monk Souls-like game or something. Funny. Maybe, but yeah, we'll see, I guess, what will happen with the announcements, the PoE 2 beta and whatever. So right now I don't really have much like variety gaming planned. Still a lot of stuff to do in the season. And yeah, expansion is coming, so I'll be working a lot on Spiritborn soon. Probably like, you know, after this week when I'm home, there'll probably be a lot of Spiritborn, PoE crafting and you know, guide prep. I don't think that GG and Blizzard being at the same con will impact any of the presentations in any way. So I think no one will care, or at the very least react to anything. But I know that GG does like to throw some shade at Blizzard. No. When is the Crimson PC been announced? Saturday. Will be on Rax's stream. It should have been my stream, but I'm at Gamescom, so I can't. I'll do like the next one. The dev of Wukong said the game is not for women. What does that even mean? Yeah, I'll go to Gamescom like tomorrow night. I will go to the airport. Wukong looks insane. Yeah, I saw mods for like 2 minutes earlier. He was playing it. I'll be at Gamescom Thursday to Sunday. I'm not planning to travel around Colonia. I mean, I have a bunch of like meetings and like scheduled stuff at Gamescom. I actually have like a kind of a schedule for like every day a little bit. I'll be visiting the Diablo guys, of course. I'll be visiting the PoE guys and the Titan Quest guys and some other. And I also have like a stream actually scheduled, probably for Sunday actually before I go home. From the Kidia streaming booth. So I'll probably do like a D4 scene from there and show off some stuff there. It's gonna be fun. And yeah, a bunch of other stuff going on. And then probably in the evenings and stuff, there's probably like a bunch of people that I will, you know, meet or whatever. I think there's like also like one Twitch streamer dinner. I don't know exactly who's gonna be there. They didn't tell me actually. Like, they said they cannot tell me the list of participants, so it's gonna be interesting. So yeah, I actually have kind of like a pretty full schedule. No exploring Colonia or something, so it's fine. Borderlands, guys. Yeah, apparently there's some hope for Borderlands announcements. Any IRL stream? Yeah, I don't have any equipment for that. I'm not gonna get it just for something like Gamescom. So this is not happening, unfortunately.
I forge more than horseshoes and nails. What do you need?
Alright, it's patch day as well. It's patch day. Expansion. Lots of stuff today. Borderlands movie was so good. Did you watch it? Yeah, Moxie told me about it. He was like doing some promo with them and stuff because he's like one of the big Borderlands guys. And he was actually like, playing some Borderlands and doing some stuff for the movie, and he was flying out to them and stuff. But I have no idea about it, so I just had a call with Moxie and he told me. He saw the box office. It was not received well. That's usually how it goes with these kind of like video game movies. How is it that, you know, book to movie is usually pretty good, but video game to movie is not? Like, why is that? Rudy movie. No cucumbers were harmed in the making of this movie. Okay, we gotta speak German redeem. Uh-oh. On XA Max 92. Guten Tag, ja. Wie geht's, Tommy? Deutschland hat die chinesischen Handys nicht blockiert, ja, das stimmt. Soweit ich weiß. Ich habe noch immer eine deutsche SIM-Card. Endlich mal eine gute Sprache. Ich wollte eigentlich nur entspannt durch die Grube laufen. Und jetzt haben wir den Salat. The salad, exactly. The funny little idiom. Now we have the salad. That's the German idiom. You guys have more German idioms translated to English? Let's go. This is the fourth Greater Rift I'm running, that's correct. Is this with Isadora? No, there's no Isadora here. Just a normal amulet. We have Starlight on it. I see there's some people like trying some stuff with Isadora. I'm not sure if that's really the way. Morning, Julia. Chain Lightning or Lightning Spear? Pick one. Lightning Spear for sure, if you want to be powerful. But Chain Lightning gets decently close. I've done T8 runs of this as well. Circulation, together, break. What? Eislaufzusammenbruch. That's a nice word. Yeah, I have no plans to try it right now. Is Shadow Clone worth building around yet, or is it still pretty mid? No and no. Shadow Clone is literally unusable for any purpose other than plus 5 seconds of unstoppable. It's not just mid. Enquiries has logged in. Is anyone actually using actual conduit? Yes, I am. Yeah. Good item. Okay. Hey, iced coffee. Thank you so much for the dono. Don't worry, I have arrived. I could actually need an iced coffee. See, any universal Mjolnir ring druid will work. Yeah, there are people that use Mjolnir ring. It's not like the optimal choice, I'd say, on a bunch of builds. At least not on the Landside version that I've been playing, but you can play Landside with it, you can play Hurricane with it. Actually, I think I will play it with Hurricane. I will spec my druid to Hurricane and, you know, do that. There's a bunch of builds where I can do Mjolnir ring. Especially if it's like a very resource-hungry build, I think it would make sense. And if you have enough lucky hit chance to actually reset it with I don't know what's the spirit rune called. On before the storm. But yeah, there's multiple builds that can run Mjolnir. Including Landside variations that do it. I'm not sure how the resource economy is on Boulder. Boulder is also relatively resource hungry build, I believe. So it might be worth trying there. This chain enable from Maxwell, yes. You want a Fist of Fate Meteor build for Sorcerer. I think that would actually be possible, since Fist of Fate gives you so much like a hit. Could probably try to make something out of that with the Meteor enchant. And you don't need Fire Bolt enchant on that build because you already burn from the meteors. So that could be interesting.
Greetings. I'll keep my
And Fist of Fate should affect the proc meteors too. So yeah, this might be a good way to like, you know, stagger bosses really fast. Get a bunch of like a hit that gives you the extra enchantment procs.
Hello, shame that. Go one more?
It's a bit better than Horde tier 7 or 8. Get gear and reagent. Well, in Hordes you don't get much gear unless you open the geared chests. But in tier 7 and tier 8, usually you just want to open the material chest and nothing else. I mean, you can open at least a 60 chest, I guess, to get a bit of gear while farming Hordes 7 and 8. But yeah, at that point you should be geared. And whatever else you need, I guess you will maybe just buy. But yeah, Pit is nice, just get a bunch of gear. You can target farm with opals. And you still get the materials, you still get other stuff. If you have enough Neve Iron, like I have 30,000 Neve Iron or something, you know, I'm good. So I don't need to do much Hordes right now. Fist of Fate on Heartseeker or TB? I think I used it on TB, if I'm not mistaken. Not sure actually if I did it. Actually, I think so. Because it gave me more bursting venom procs and stuff like that, and B has like a pretty terrible like a hit rate. So it kind of helped to make stuff a bit more consistent. And since TB is also built up a nice on stagger and so on, it was kind of nice. Heartseeker, I guess technically you could, maybe for like high-end pushing in the pit, this might be the way, just to get more stagger out as well, and have maybe a slightly weaker glove than Pain Gorges. I think Pain Gorges is more damage than Fist of Fate, but a good Fist of Fate will probably help you more for like a high tier push with Heartseeker. Just because of the stagger. And also, I don't really care much about the Pain Gorges effect on a single target. Opal loot is absolute garbage. Yeah, I mean, that's how I get most of my amulets and stuff. This is what it is. I agree, opals are not really great, but you know, you run pit, like 10 runs is like one full 2,500 opals or something. Then you gamble this in amulets, that's like 42 amulets. And out of those you get, I don't know, maybe 6-7 legendary amulets or something on average. I'm not sure what's the chances exactly for legendary, maybe 20%. Sounds about right. And 10 runs is like half an hour for me. How good is Frostburn? It's around 150k gold at the vendor, good. I get 2 or 3 more GA gas in tier 7. I'm not sure if the loot scales up in the higher tiers that much. It may scale up a little bit, but usually it's the materials you're after in tier 7 and 8. But when I open the loot chest, the 60 chest at least, yeah, I do tend to get like multiple items with GAs. So it's not terrible if you feel like you still need some items. Or perhaps you want to prepare for another gear, another build or something, like, you know, a new set of gear. Yeah, you can do it. At least the big chest is worth opening, I'd say. You can also get GAs from the 20 chest. Yeah, I mean, you can get GAs from anywhere. But I don't think the 20 chest is like anything special in that regard. Do you find Seattle way more fun than I thought it was going to be? No. It's just super fun, and I expected it to be super fun. I mean, I played a lot of Chain Lightning on the last season. This is very similar to the build I played last season already. Just now we have a lot more procs, the Fist of Fate and these kind of things. And it's of course stronger. But yeah, last season I was also already farming tier 100s with Chain Lightning Andy, and now it's just way better. I could farm higher if I wanted, with not really much of a slower pace. That's just the boss fight will slowly get longer, but for example I kill this boss in like 10 seconds or so. And then, you know, I could go plus 5 tiers, would be maybe 20 seconds, and probably everything else would be nearly unchanged. I think we better level glyphs of every content. Nine seems so outdated. Well, I heard there's a big update coming to the game very soon. That would be an opportunity to rework my Nightmare Dungeons to be way cooler and more impactful. And I don't think that putting Glyph XP somewhere else is the way. I mean, okay, they might just rework how glyphs work and stuff as well, right? So it depends on like how much we are expected to do with glyphs, for example, right? If they like, for example, change how glyphs work, maybe make them longer to level or whatever, right? Right now, you know, everyone was just complaining, glyph levels, ugh. And we're at the point where you literally do like 4 dungeons and your glyph is 21 from 0, and you're done, you know, in like 10 minutes. And it's like, yeah, okay, you know, who's complaining about that? So the question is, will they change that, right? They just made it faster, 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 and here we are. Basically, glyph leveling barely exists anymore. And at that point, it's like, okay, like, what are you gonna do with these glyphs? Maybe they're gonna change them, you know, maybe they're gonna make them more exciting or something, you know? Like, in general, I expect a big change of the Paragon system. They've already shown, like, in some of the previews for the Spiritborn and stuff, that there is a change coming to the Paragon system as a whole. We don't know the specifics, but something is coming. And I'm pretty sure that will affect the glyphs too. And if they do something with Nightmare Dungeons as well, then, you know, maybe we just want to farm them a lot more, and because they're gonna be, you know, more fun and more rewarding and stuff, and not just glyph XP. As a rogue, should I craft tiers as first mythic? Got an Undays and they're playing. Yeah, I would say so. If you have Undays already, go for the chest. This will make you tanky enough to, and you have enough damage to just kind of go into tier 7 hordes. You can farm your stones, you can farm gold and materials and everything, master with your stuff. And you can get the starter skies later, either from drop or from another craft. You can play Undays without starters, by just using the starlight aspect. This makes resource management very easy. You're gonna be a bit weaker than the full build, but on tier 7s this won't matter. But at least you're gonna be tanky to survive tier 7s easily. Because that's really what people have problem with. Yeah, nice to see some more hardcore enjoyers. Good luck, Lonik. Struggle 57 bosses, the single target is so bad, you're missing something, you don't have GA fists. I also don't have GA fists. Yeah, and you need to know that rogues only deal damage to bosses when they're staggered. So probably what is happening is that you're not playing it correctly. Sometimes it's also a bit RNG, depending on how they move and stuff. But either you try to stack up, for example, 1 or 2 of them together, or like two of them basically, and then try to stagger them both and deal damage to both, and like, you know, the ricochets blocking from both and stuff. This way you can like nuke down the bosses pretty fast. And if that's not possible, then try to like single them out to the point where your ricochets don't randomly fly to another guy. Because if that happens, then you'll stagger another guy and will not really be nuking him. And then it's really much harder to stagger him later. So you're kind of just like inting